Welcome back to the best position in FIFA tournament. If you haven't seen the first episode, I go over how I set up the tournament, how I created the teams. Go check that video out. I will be spoiling what happened in the first video, so go check that out now if you don't want that ruined. Coming back into the tournament in our first match, we had the fullbacks against the keepers. Fullbacks won pretty easily, 5-0. Fullbacks are the early favorites, I think. They have the most well-rounded team, and we'll see if other teams can catch up to them. But today we've got the number 4 seed against the number 5 seed. That is the strikers against the defensive mids. Pretty evenly matched. When I calculated out the player ratings and the squad ratings, it put the strikers at a 76 overall team and the CDMs at a 75 overall team. So pretty close matchup here. It'll be interesting to see who moves through. Let's take a quick look at these teams before we jump into the match. So we've got on the striker squad, I decided to go with a 4-3-2-1 to give us 3 forwards. So up front, we've got Lewandowski, Higuain, and Aguero. Up top, obviously, 3 of the best strikers in the world. They'll all do really well here. In midfield, we've got Cruz. Is it Cruz or Cruza? I'm not sure. Then we've got Firmino and Rafael. All 3 of these guys have really strong dribbling and passing, which should help them out in midfield. They're all a little weak defensively, so it'll be interesting to see if the CDMs can win that midfield battle, because certainly they'll have better defensive stats and may be able to win the ball back in midfield, get some counterattacks that way. And then in the back, it's actually not too bad of a defense. These are all silver rated. I think most of these are gold cards, but with the stats that they have, they would be silver cards. So not terrible defenders. We've got Melgarejo, who plays in the Russian league. I'm not familiar with him, but he's got a pretty well-rounded card, 63 defending, 84 pace, so he should be able to keep up with wingers they come up against. Mandzukic, I didn't realize he had 65 defending, but yeah, strong card there for center back. He's 6'2", which should help at center back as well, and then that 87 physicality should really help out at center back. We've got Boateng, who in the past has, I think, been a midfielder, but he has a striker card this FIFA. It may be center forward, so the striker team includes strikers and center forwards, but he's got 67 defending, so best defending on the team, and then 80 physical. He's also tall, 6'1", and then all these strikers have pretty good attacking stats, so passing out of the back, maintaining the ball when they win it, they should be able to do that pretty well. And then Stindl, this guy, you can play him anywhere in FIFA. He's got a really well-rounded card. I've used him as a center mid in past FIFAs, so good well-rounded card there. And then looking at the bench, we've got several options here. All of these I put their position that I would probably sub them in for. We found out in the last game that the computer won't make any subs on their own, so probably around 70th minute I'll try to remember to pause and make a few subs based on who's tired. Oh, I didn't talk about Suarez. So at goalkeeper, we've got Luis Suarez, who had surprisingly not awful stats. Compared to the other teams, obviously this is a really bad keeper, 31 rated, but compared to the other teams, he's got better goalkeeping stats than the other teams have. But yeah, on the bench, we've got a few options at defender. Jonathan Walters as a center back, he's 6 foot. good physicality. A right back here with 80 pace, 81 physicality, 65 defending. Some okay options, I guess. Center mid, Porto, Mbappe, center mid, Griezmann, left forward, Aubameyang, right forward, and Harry Kane up top. So some strong attacking options off the bench. I think Mbappe is a decent option for center mid. But yeah, the weakness of this team is definitely that back line. It's not terrible, but maybe that's something the other team can exploit. And then maybe the defending capabilities of those center midfielders. Moving over to the CDMs. So this is a team full of defensive mids, some really good players in here, and some you may not expect to make the starting lineup. But we've got Vidal and Glushikov from the Russian league up top as our strikers. Vidal is a really well-rounded card. You could use him anywhere on the field, but that 84 physicality, and then he's got over 80 shooting. Not a lot of CDMs have good shooting stats like that. So 81 shooting, that puts him in the starting lineup at striker. 79 dribbling, which is probably enough to get by. And then he's got 4-star weak foot. So I stuck him on the left side to get those shots across. I don't know if the computer knows to do those low-driven shots, far post, but that's how I would use him. Then we've got Glushikov on the other side. Definitely not as strong of a card as Vidal, but pretty good for a non-rare CDM here. So 76 shooting, okay stats, I guess. But really where this team is going to shine is in the midfield. So I picked a formation that has 5 midfielders. We've got them in the 3-5-2. Sahin, we've got him from Dortmund up at Cam. He's got pretty good attacking stats, not good shooting, but 80 dribbling, 83 passing. He should be able to distribute the ball, and the attacks will hopefully go through him. So out on the wings, we've got N'Golo Kante and Jordan Henderson, both Premier League players, both typically play centrally. I think Henderson has played out wide a little bit, but Kante has 81 pace, so hopefully he can use that to get up and down the line a little bit. Henderson, not as much pace, but he's got more passing stats, so he'll probably tend to stay more out wide and cross the ball in and maybe not dribble past guys quite as much. But both these guys have strong defending stats, so hopefully they can win some of those battles against those outside forwards from the striker team. And then at CDM, this is their natural position. We've got 2 strong options here, Steven Nzonzi and Sergio Busquets. Both really strong defending stats and strong physically as well. Nzonzi, that 88 physicality and 80 defending, and then Busquets, 81 physicality and 82 defending. And then both these guys have enough passing and dribbling stats to get by in the middle of the field. Busquets, especially that 79 passing, should be really strong there. And then at center back, we've got some good options here also. Casemiro, 6-footer, 86 physical, 84 defending. He should do really well in that right center back position. Fabinho, he's 6'2", 83 physical, 83 defending, and 74 pace. So he's a little bit faster than Casemiro. And Matuidi over on the left side, he's 84 physical and 82 defending. One weak side with Matuidi is he does have the high work rate, so we'll see if that costs the CDMs if he gets caught out of position. And then at back we've got Teti, who's a 24 rated goalkeeper with his stats, so not as strong as Luis Suarez. We'll see how much that costs him. Not that Luis Suarez is a good keeper, but we'll see if that makes a difference. Then on the bench, we've got Ganagay, Wanyama, Pereira, Schneiderlin, Mesa, Fernandinho, and Gillette. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see who's tired, and that'll kind of decide what subs we end up making. But I'm ready to jump into it, see how it goes. So again, the strikers are slight favorites in this game with that 76 overall rating. CDMs at 75, super close. Honestly, I think the CDMs are probably going to win this one just because I think they're going to win the midfield battle and win the ball back in some dangerous positions. But we'll see. I think this will be hopefully a much better matchup than the last game, which was a total blowout. So let's jump into it. Here's the kickoff. They're sending it back to Fabinho, lobs it forward to N'Golo Kante. Steven Nzonzi to Vidal. Kevin Prince Boateng wins it. At the back, Rafael plays it out wide. Stindl and Aguero linking up. Rafael up to Higuain. Kruse. Lewandowski, Kruse. Aguero heads it back to Rafael. Gets dispossessed by Kante. Can they counter? Sahin to Vidal. Busquets up to Glushikov, plays it out to Henderson. Back to Glushikov, he gets the shot away, it's 1-0. CDMs take the lead in the 7th minute. That was a huge shot from Glushikov, he just ripped it from distance. Nice link up there between Glushikov and Henderson, and he just blasts it past Luis Suarez. He almost got to it. If it were a taller keeper with the same stats, he probably would have saved it, but Suarez is only 5'11", which is definitely on the short side for a goalkeeper. Lewandowski to Bobby Firmino. Lewandowski. Oh, he's got space. He plays in Aguero, who's blocked. I wonder if Lewandowski should have just carried that himself and taken the shot. Kante's got the ball. Passes it up to Sahin. Up to Vidal. Glushikov. Out wide to Henderson. He's trying to take it himself. Gets the cross in. Glushikov over the bar. That was a nice play there. Aguero loses the ball to Kante. Steven Nzonzi up to Sahin. Out to Vidal. Back to Sahin. Now Glushikov. He's got Henderson. He takes the shot. Saved by Suarez. Pushed out for a corner. He had Henderson in space out wide, but he decided to take the shot himself. Fabinho's taking this corner. Ooh, Matuidi. Was that Matuidi with the header? Yes, and it's 2-0 to the CDMs. That was a great header. He generated a lot of power on that. Fabinho whipped that thing in there. Put a lot of power on the cross. Matuidi just had to redirect it. Matuidi's not one of the taller CDMs on this team, but he comes away with the header. And it's out of Suarez's reach, right under the crossbar. Great header. And that's 2-0. The strikers are going to need to get something going. It's about halftime here. It's 2-0. And that's it for the first half. 2-0 for the CDMs. It's been a really strong performance so far. Matuidi with that second goal there. He's playing center back, but that's not going to stop him from getting a goal. It's that headed goal off the corner kick right at the end of the half there. Let's take a look at the stats. Alright, so 4 shots from the CDMs, only 1 from the strikers so far. 3 of those 4 shots have been on target. Strikers have had more possession, but look at the tackles. 10 tackles for the CDMs compared to 2 for the strikers. So just as I thought, the giving away of possession, the CDMs having those actual defensive stats has really paid off, where they've been able to put in 10 tackles, win the ball back. A lot of those coming right in the middle of the field. They're able to win the ball back and go straight into attack and and jump straight into counterattack. Let's see if anything changes in the second half. The strikers really need to get things going. They win a corner. They scored on their last corner. Let's see if they can find Matuidi again. Sahin to send this one in. Fabinho wins it, but sends it over the crossbar, right on top of the net. Suarez isn't too worried about that one. Busquets wins the ball and plays it forward quickly to Vidal. Now Glushikov back to Vidal. The lob through ball gets through to Sahin. Glushikov, Vidal. Ooh, Vidal hits side netting. Shot just wide. Tried to curl it around with that left foot. It was wider mark. Still 2-0. We're into the 61st minute now. I'm going to go in and make some subs. We'll see if these subs make a difference for either team. Strikers making 3 subs and CDMs as well. We'll see if that Porto guy can make an impact. He's got better defending stats than the center mids, the starting center mids had. Rafael out to Stindl. To Aguero. Rafael now. Pulls it back. Porto to Higuain. Back to Porto. Rafael. Lewandowski. Shot from Aguero. Not a terrible shot. If they had let that ball roll through, I think Mbappe was clear in the middle of the box. Mbappe to Higuain. Aguero. He's got some space. He gets a shot away and misses. Wow, 9 times out of 10, I think that's a goal from Aguero. Strikers win the ball back and give it away. But Rafael wins it back again. No sloppy play here. Lewandowski, he's got space. The finesse shot is wide. These strikers. That's 2 great chances from 2 of the best strikers in the world, and neither could put it away. I think it may be too little too late from the strikers. If they could have played like this from the beginning, I think it would have been a close match, but CDMs I think have gone defensive, and the strikers are having a real tough time breaking them down. They have gotten those 2 good chances, but Aguero and Lewandowski couldn't put those shots away. Ooh, Aguero! He scores in the 88th minute. Nice little finesse shot on the edge of the box. Great passing play. That first touch shot. That's all you gotta do. With these teams, if you can get a shot on target, you got a good chance to score. So the keepers are not good. Really nice shot there by Aguero, but is it too little too late? I don't know. We'll see. Can they get another goal in the last few minutes here? We've got 2 more minutes of regulation and then stoppage time. CDMs have the ball. Are they just going to try to hold possession and run the clock out? Lob it forward. Fernandinho up to Ganagay. Glushikov with the header off the post. The strikers have time to get one more attack. Nope, that's it. Game over. And the CDMs with the slight upset get the win. 2-1. That was a really strong second half from the strikers. I think they were the better team in the second half, but they couldn't get enough shots on target to get the second goal. Aguero made it interesting with the late goal. He had 4 shots and only put 1 away from Aguero. Disappointing performance from him. Let's take a look at the stats. Full-time stats. And it was a strong performance from the CDMs. They had 2 shots, or 2 goals to 1, obviously. 8 shots to 5. The real difference in this game was those tackles. Again, 14 tackles to the CDMs and only 2 for the strikers. And a lot of those coming in the middle third of the pitch, which put CDMs on those counterattacks. So yeah, that'll do it for us this game. CDMs got the win over the strikers. Just eked it out at the end there. We'll see how far they can go in this tournament. In the next round, they'll come up against the fullbacks, and we'll see next time who gets the win of the other midfielders, the center mids or the cams. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we will see you next time.